Hey, welcome to my channel. This is Golden Goddess. You are always welcome. Welcome with open arms, yes. Over here we push positivity, high vibration only, higher than the highest of heights. I must say I don't consider myself as a tarot reader. I use my vessel for its greater good. I just use cards to better connect with you, boo-boo. Time is fluid, so this could be past, present, or future. Genders are fluid. I could be saying he could be a she. I could be saying she could be a he. Take it where it resonates, please. My messages are timeless, so whenever you need to hear them, you're going to hear them. Whenever you need to know them, you're going to know them. And whenever you need to feel them, baby, you're going to feel them. Yes. I like to take the time out to thank my for-lifers. Thank y'all so much for all the support, the comments, the likes, the shares, the positivity, the love and light that y'all spread on my page. And I send that positivity and love and light back. Yes, I send that positivity and love and light back. Y'all know y'all my for-lifers. We locked in to win, honey. We gon' win. You gotta know that. You gotta know that, honey. We locked in and we gon' win. Taking that trophy in the end. I know that's right. Yeah, so y'all, let's get on into it. Y'all, I had to come in here in our break room today. It's raining outside, so in the wind blowing, so I didn't want to go through the cars flying and stuff like this, but we're gonna get on into it. Okay, the first four cards I got down, I'm gonna read the first four cards, and then I'm gonna read what I wrote down, feeling this energy. You're done trauma bonding. It's only right. And then we got trying to sabotage you, backstab, playing the field. So I wrote, you're not a victim. You're not a victim, you are a survivor. So all that trauma bonding is out of here. Some of y'all got that survivor energy when it comes to the trauma. Some of y'all done survived trauma, and you realize that you're not a victim, honey. And a lot of y'all are in the energy, you done trauma bonding with people. When you are a survivor, when you got that trauma survivor type of energy and you done survived it, usually like when you in that energy, you want to save others. You want to enlighten others that they are a survivor of the trauma. But if people got trauma victim mentality, baby, you just gonna be the next victim. And you in the energy of you done trauma bonding with people. You can't save nobody that don't want to be saved. You can only encourage a person so far. You can only, try to tell a person, so much, but it's up to them to realize that they are a survivor. You are a survivor of trauma. And you a person that you want other people to see that they are survivors too. But they got to be willing to know that they are a survivor. A lot of people are mentally victims of trauma that used to happen to them. And if people don't acknowledge that trauma, if they don't heal that trauma, they just going to place that trauma off on you. And I got like empath. A lot of y'all are empaths. A lot of y'all feel emotions deeply. A lot of y'all take on other people's emotions, take on other people's stress. You hurt yourself trying to make other people see that, hey, they are the victims of their own hurt. If you're not willing to address that trauma and you're not willing to know that, hey, yeah, I went through that trauma, but I'm not gonna cause that trauma on others. If you're not willing to see that and you're not willing to break that chain of going through that trauma, you're just going to place trauma on other people. And that's what you realize. You realizing that you can no longer trauma bond with people. You can no longer be around people that want to be a victim to trauma, because you are a survivor, baby. And I keep on hearing that song, I'm a survivor, I'm not going to give up, I'm not going to stop, yeah, I'm a survivor. And then what she said, thought that I would die without you, but I'm living. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but y'all, it's old. Y'all know that Destiny Child, but that's the energy that you're giving. I'm a survivor. I'm not a product of my circumstances. You healed that hurt, and you somebody that you want other people to heal that hurt. You want people to see, yeah, you went through that trauma, but you don't have to be the trauma that was placed on you. You don't have to continue them ancestral patterns. You don't have to do that. You don't have to place that trauma on you and you put out that same trauma that you endured. And you no longer trauma bonding with people anymore. And this card said it's only right. It's only right because you done the self-healing. You can't save nobody that don't want to be saved. You can't help nobody that want to be a victim of the trauma that they went through, instead of addressing the trauma and knowing that, hey, they can't control the trauma that was placed on them, but they can control the trauma that they placed on others. That's the energy. Then it said, I seen a quarter yesterday, y'all, at my artist stand where I work at, and it was just sitting there, and it was on heads, baby. And that let me know, Spirit let me know, baby, hey, you the head, never the tail, baby. Never to tell, because then I wrote, even in tail situations, you still prevail, baby. You realize that you the head. You're not who you used to be. You're not that trauma that these family members and people placed on you. You healed that trauma. And you want to be different. You didn't want to place trauma on others because that trauma got placed on you. And you no longer bonding with people that's not willing to heal that trauma, not willing to be a survivor of the trauma, but willing to be a victim of it. You're not having it. It's only right because you done did the self-healing. You done healed yourself. You done forgave. And I wrote down, it's not about what you endure, it's about what you overcome. No, it's not about what you endure, it's about what you overcame. Break the chain, baby. Baby, some of y'all are chain breakers, baby. Some of y'all are chain breakers, baby. It's not about the trauma that you endured, baby. It's about how you overcame, baby. Keep on breaking the chain, baby. Keep on breaking the chain. And I'm not saying to stop trying to help people see that they are a survivor too, but hey, once you help them and they still can't see that they are a survivor of trauma, and they still in this trauma victim mindset, baby, hey, let them go, honey. Let them go. Because you will be a victim next to that trauma that they steady putting on other people, baby. A lot of y'all are empaths. A lot of y'all feel people's emotions deeply. And you realizing that, hey, if we only bonded by trauma, I don't want it. I don't want it. If you haven't healed that trauma, I can't be around you. If you're going to be a victim to the trauma, I can't be around you. If you can't see that you are a survivor, you made it this far. A lot of people are mentally victims of the trauma because they don't want to heal it, because they don't want to address it. So they go around placing trauma on others. You're not taking people's trauma anymore. You're not being hurt anymore because people don't want to address their trauma and they steady putting out trauma on other people. You're not doing it, honey, and it's only right. It's only right because you done the self-healing. And this energy of trying to sabotage you, backstab, it's a lot of people mad that you're not bonding with them no more. It's a lot of people upset with that you're not bonding with them no more because they don't see that they ain't healed that trauma within them. They don't see that they still a victim of that trauma they endured. They don't see that they placing trauma off on other people because they haven't addressed the trauma that was placed on them. A lot of people are mad. A lot of people in this giving like friends, family. They mad that you done cut them off, that you no longer bonded with them anymore, that you no longer connected with them anymore. And now they want to come in and try to sabotage you. Hurt people. Oh, and that's been coming out a lot lately for me. I've been saying that a lot. Hurt people, baby. And if you're not willing to address that hurt, you're going to continue to hurt people, honey. And a lot of these people want to come in playing the field. They want to play the field, honey. They want to play the field. A lot of people, it's giving like friends and family. They upset that you no longer connected with them anymore, that you no longer want to be around them anymore, because they don't see the higher perspective of it. They don't see that they being a victim to that trauma. They don't see that they placing out the same trauma that was put on them. They don't see that they keep continuing the same ancestral pattern. They don't see that, but you do. You do. And it's only going to continue to hurt you to having these people around you. And you're done. You're not having it, but you got some people that's finna try to come in to hurt you. They want to play the field. It said your family hurt is keeping you held back. Let go. Exactly. And that's what you had to do. That's what you had to do. You had to realize that, okay, you my family, but if you're not willing to see that you a survivor of the trauma and you're not a victim of the trauma, I can't no longer bond with you. I can't no longer be connected to you. I still love you. I still wish you the best, but I have to let you go. I had to let you go. You realize that that family hurt was keeping you held back. That trauma that you went through was keeping you held back, and you started to heal yourself. You started to see it from a higher perspective and see that, hey, I can't control the trauma that was placed on me, but I can control the trauma that I place on others. I can control healing that trauma within me. I can control that, and you did. You realized that that family hurt was keeping you held back, and you realized that you couldn't trauma bond with these people anymore. You couldn't, because if you did the work, why can't they? They only gonna keep hurting you. If they the victim, if they victimizing themselves to that trauma, you just gonna be their next victim. Hurt people, baby. And I keep on getting this. I don't know what is going on. It says, send in confusion and chaos spell, but you will prevail. A lot of these people is giving you the evil eye. Giving you the evil eye. Mad because you no longer connected with them. Not seeing that they only continue the trauma that was placed on them. Not seeing the higher perspective of it. Not seeing the bigger picture of it. These people in their feelings because they haven't realized that they still placing the trauma on others that was placed on them. All they see is that you're not connected with them anymore. All they see is you healed now, and you no longer want to be around them anymore. So a lot of people, they're giving you the evil eye. And you may have somebody working in the background, dibbling, dabbling, honey, but you will prevail. And what it said, what I wrote, it said it's giving head, never to tail. Because even when you was in tail situation, you still prevail, and you're gonna prevail over this. When people see that you done made the change and they not willing to make it, sometimes they get envious because they not understanding that they continue the same pattern. Spreading yourself thin for what though? That's what you have to realize. I'm not gonna keep on trying to save you. I'm not gonna keep on trying to show you that you are a survivor, that you done overcame, that you are grown now. Stop placing what you're doing on the past trauma that you endured, baby. You couldn't control that, but you can control who you are now. You can control who you are now. And you realize that you were spreading yourself thin for people that was going to continuously hurt you because they was hurt. That was going to continue to place their traumas on you because, hey, they haven't addressed the traumas within them. See, a lot of y'all move out the higher chakras. And you got to know when you are empath, when you feel feelings deeply, it's about you want to help people. You feel that hurt, you feel that pain, you feel that trauma they endured. But if they're not willing to feel it, if they're not willing to address it, if they're not willing to heal it, it's not up for you to heal. It's up for them. Yeah, you can address it. Yeah, you can try to help them. But if they're not willing to help themselves, it's best for you to move on. Because the trauma that was placed on them, they just gonna place it on you, baby. Exactly. You turned your pain into passion. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You turned that pain into passion. You didn't let that trauma, that hurt, that trauma that your family put on you, that trauma that people put on you, hurt you, keep you down. You turned it into your passion. You made that trauma your mission to not be that trauma that was placed on you, to not be that pain that was placed on you, to make a difference, to break the chain. They was never rooting for you. They wasn't. And that's coming right on the bottom of your family hurt, keeping you held back. These people was never rooting for you because they wasn't rooting for themselves. They rather be a product of their circumstances. They rather, hey, not address the trauma and place trauma on others. They was never rooting for you. They was never rooting for you. If they can't see it for themselves, of course they're not gonna see it for you. And when you finally see it for you, and they can't see it for themselves, don't expect them to root for you because they're never gonna do that. Ooh, that's a lot, y'all. It says speaking down on your name because they jealous. Exactly. A lot of these people are jealous that you healed those trauma, that you healed the trauma that was placed on you, that you the chain breaker, that you overcame the trauma. A lot of these people haven't. They started placing trauma on others. They started being a victim to their trauma. You said, baby, I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. And I will survive, and I have survived. They jealous. They speaking down on your name because they jealous. They jealous that you have the strength, the inner strength to heal those wounds. That you had the inner strength to overcome the trauma that they placed on you. That you're not a product of your circumstances. And a lot of y'all are entrepreneurs, self-made. Very much self-made. Very much self-made. Yep, and a lot of these people in your energy, they really drug addicts and alcoholics for real. Exactly. They cope with they trauma with alcohol and drugs. Alcohol and drugs. This is just like a case like if your parents didn't give you the time, didn't give you the love, they just placing that on their own kids. If they parents or family was alcoholics or drug addicts, they becoming drug addicts. They becoming a product of their circumstances. But you didn't do that. You turned that pain into passion. You didn't want to be a product of the trauma that you endured. You didn't want to be a victim. You wasn't going to victimize yourself because, baby, you are a survivor. And you wanted other people to see that they are a survivor because you're still here. That trauma is behind you. It's behind you. And like I said, a lot of y'all move out of the higher chakras, but you was connecting to people that was moving out of the lower chakras because you are an empath. You want them to change. You want them to see that they are a survivor. You want them to see that they're not a product of their circumstances. But if they're not willing to see it, baby, you got to move out the way because they only gonna hurt you, baby. And you're tired of people hurting you. You're tired of people hurting you. Why I gotta be you though? A lot of people, mad because it's you. Because it's you, baby. Why I gotta be you? You know why? Because you addressed that past trauma that your family placed on you. You healed that past trauma that your family placed on you. That's why I gotta be you. Because you seen that you're not gonna place trauma on people just because you went through that trauma. You was gonna take that pain and turn it into passion. You weren't gonna be an alcoholic or a drug addict, just because your parents was, just because your grandparents was, just because your family was. You weren't gonna be moving out the flesh just because they was. You weren't gonna be a product of your circumstances. You was gonna make a change, honey. And a lot of people can't stand it. A lot of your family can't stand it, baby. It be your own family. Come through, spirit. Speaking down on your name. Because they jealous. Because you broke the chain. Because you realize it's not about what you endure. It's about what you overcame. Break the chain. Because you the chain breaker. They mad that they still placing trauma, that they still continue ancestral patterns, and you was the chain breaker of those ancestral patterns. They jealous. And now they finna come in and try to sabotage you, backstab you, want to come in and play in the field, want to come back in and bond, but you no longer trauma bonded. You no longer accepting people that want to be a victim of their trauma and not wanting to be a survivor, because you're not going to be their victim anymore. You're not. Burnt those bridges. And you did. And you did. You did. You cut these people off and you started focusing on generational wealth. You started focusing on bettering yourself. When you healed the inner you, baby, you started focusing on having something that your family didn't have. Breaking the chain that's been so tightly held on your generation, baby. You the chain breaker. You burnt those bridges. You're no longer trauma bonded with people. You're not. Family, friends, lovers, nobody. Nobody, honey. Don't be afraid of your gifts. You are protected. Don't be afraid of your gifts, baby. A lot of y'all got gifts. And you know, when I first realized that I was tapped in, when I first went on my spiritual journey, y'all, when I started experiencing things that couldn't be explained, honey, I was afraid, honey. But I stood in it, afraid. Because I know if I were fearing it, it's something that I had to address within me, honey. Don't be afraid of your gifts, baby. You are the chain breaker in your family, honey. You was meant to endure this trauma, to help others that's willing to accept your help. You're not trying to help people that's not willing to accept your help anymore. You're not giving your help to people that want to be a victim of the trauma anymore. You want to be connected to people that know that they are a survivor of the trauma. Can't stand to see you shine. Exactly. And that's coming right on the bottom of why it gotta be you. These people can't stand it. They can't stand it. They can't stand it, baby. Because they haven't done the work. Because being healed looks so good on you. Because breaking the chains looks so good on you. That you don't do everything that your people in your family do. They can't stand it. They can't stand that you overcame the trauma and they didn't. That they not connected to you anymore. They don't understand it. And they ain't trying to. So you had to do what's best for you, baby. And you was too silent for these foes. You was. Because they was foes, even if they was family. You was too silent for them. Sure was. Sure was. Yep. They fighting inner demons, projecting it off on you. Exactly. And that's why you burnt those bridges. You said, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna continue to let you project your demons off on me. I'm not gonna continue to allow you to project your trauma off on me. Continue to hurt me because you hurt. I'm not doing it. You royalty in spirit, baby. You gotta know that, honey. Like I said, you the chain breaker, baby. You are. You are, baby. And coming right on the bottom of can't stand to see you shine, it said put shit in your food. Don't eat nothing from them. Is it that serious? Is the envy that serious? Is they that mad that you were shining? Is they that mad that you overcame the trauma? Is they that mad to go to desperate? Lord, we're gonna move on. Stay playing the victim. It's played out, exactly. And you're done with it. You're done with it. You're done with these people playing the victim, honey. When you still here today and you still able to make the change and you're not willing to do it, you being a victim of the trauma and you're not being a survivor of it, it's played out, baby. Because you couldn't control that trauma was placed on you, but you can control the trauma you placed on others. Let's clock it. It's played out. It say keep the clowns in the circus, and that's what you're doing. You're not allowing people that's not willing to take off the mask, that's not willing to clear off and when I think of clowns, you know how clowns make up their face. If you're not willing to take it all off and really see yourself for who you are, and you rather steady be in the circus that trauma placed on you, you're gonna continue to be in the circus, be there. Release the fear, baby. Protection is always near. Your royalty in spirit. Don't be afraid of your gifts, baby. It's time to shine, honey. You connected to the sun, moon, and the stars, baby. You gotta know that. You gotta know that, honey. You here to do it. And do it, baby. You're not trauma bonded no more. And these people don't understand that. Your family don't understand that. It said they really in the closet That's why they treat women the way they do. Some of y'all may endure the abusive, verbal abusive, maybe physically abusive relationship with a person. And this person only treated you this way because they don't really want a woman. That's why they treat women the way they do. This person really have underlying hate for women. We're gonna move on. Being a follower is something that you can't fuck with, exactly. So that's why you said, you gonna keep the clowns in the circus, baby. You a leader, never a follower. You're not following the footsteps that the past put on you. You making your own path. You a leader, never a follower. Never a follower. You're not gonna follow the same things that was placed on you. You're gonna be a leader. You're gonna set the path for people that, hey, want to see the leader in them, not the people that want to follow in the footsteps that they family put on them. No, you're not. No, you're not, honey. They never thought it'd be you. Exactly. They never thought it'd be you, and it is, and they mad about it. They say take the trash out. Exactly. You taking, hey, the trash bin. I seen this picture today. The trash bin got toxic on there. You taking out, you got your bag of liars, fake friends, drama. You taking it out. The trash bin got toxics on there, and you done bagged up all of that. You're taking it out. You're taking it out. You're not bonding with people that want to put trauma on others because they haven't addressed their trauma. You're not. They keep your name in their mouth. Sure do. And baby, hey, you showing them, hey, don't let nobody tell you that it's over. Yep. What it said, you the chain breaker of your family, baby. You gotta know that. You over trauma bonding with people. You a survivor, never a victim, baby. What Beyonce Destiny Child? I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna keep fighting. Cause you a fighter, baby. You a chain breaker, baby. You realize that, honey, you had to address that trauma to not place trauma on others, baby. And they haven't seen that. And you can no longer bond with these people. And that's just that on that. Know that. This is Golden Goddess. I ask if you resonated with the message that you subscribe, like, share, comment. Join the family, baby. You know you always welcome with open arms, Y'all know y'all my for lifers. For life. We locked in to win, baby. We gonna win. You gotta know that. And over here, we push positivity. High vibration only. Higher than the highest of highest. Peace, love, and light.